Hello, my friends. Welcome back to Mrs. English Podcast. I'm Lily, and today we are going to learn a simple but powerful way to practice English speaking, how to practice English conversations inside your own head. Yes, inside your own head. Before we dive into today's mind-blowing topic, make sure to hit that subscribe button right now. You will never miss our weekly episodes packed with easy tips to boost your English. You probably talk to yourself inside your head every day. For example, in the morning, you may think, I need to get up now, I'm going to be late. Before dinner, you may think, what should I cook tonight? When you leave home, you may think, did I lock the door? These thoughts happen naturally. You do not plan them. Your mind is always talking to you. You can start having some of these everyday thoughts in English. You can also imagine short English conversations to help you prepare for real life. Imagine you are going to a cafe. Before you order your drink, you can practice the conversation inside your own head. The barista, hello, what can I get for you? You, can I have a small coffee, please? The barista, would you like milk? You, yes, please, just a little. The barista, is that for here or to take away? You, to take away, please. This is a complete conversation. It is short, simple, and useful. You can practice it right before you walk into the cafe so that when you have the real conversation, you feel completely ready. The secret weapon for nervous speakers. Many English learners understand English well, but they find speaking difficult. They may understand a question, but they cannot answer quickly. For example, someone asks you, what did you do at the weekend? You know the words and you know how to talk about the past. However, you suddenly feel nervous. You begin to overthink grammar and try to find the perfect words. The other person is waiting and you do not know how to begin. This happens to many learners, and that's okay. Practicing conversations inside your head helps you prepare your answers ahead of time. You can take your time because nobody is waiting for you. You can stop and start again, change your answer, and make mistakes because nobody will hear them. Your mind becomes a completely safe place for English practice. Simple, everyday scenarios to imagine. You do not need to talk about difficult subjects. You can practice common conversations that happen in your normal life. Meeting a neighbor. Imagine you meet your neighbor in the morning. They say, good morning, how are you? You answer, I'm good, thanks, how are you? Your neighbor says, I'm fine. Are you going to work? You answer, yes, I am. I'm a little late today. This conversation is simple, but it teaches your brain how one sentence naturally follows another. At the supermarket, imagine you can't find the rice, so you ask a worker for help. Excuse me, where can I find the rice? The worker says, it's in aisle 6. You answer, thank you. The worker says, you're welcome. You can imagine this while you are walking down the store aisles. Waiting for a bus. Imagine another passenger asks you, has the number 10 bus arrived yet? You answer, no, not yet. I have been waiting for 5 minutes. They ask, do you know when it will come? You answer, I'm not sure, but I think it comes every 15 minutes. 3 core techniques for mental practice. To make your silent practice truly effective, focus on these 3 core strategies. 1. Play both people. When you practice inside your head, try to play both sides of the conversation. Do not only practice your own answer. Imagine what the other person may say first. Imagine you are checking into a hotel. Receptionist, hello, how can I help you? You, hi, I have a reservation. Receptionist, what name is the reservation under? You, it's under Emma Brown. Receptionist, can I see your passport, please? You, of course, here you are. Receptionist, thank you. You are staying for 3 nights, is that right? You, yeah, that's right. When you play both people, you learn to expect common questions and practice both listening and answering. Choose just 2 or 3 common questions and prepare simple answers for them. 2. Keep your English simple. Some learners try to make very long and difficult sentences because they want to sound advanced, but this just makes speaking harder. You do not need complex words to communicate well. If someone asks why you missed a meeting, you can keep your answer beautifully simple. I couldn't come to the meeting because I had a personal problem. This sentence is clear and easy to understand. Remember, simple English is not bad English. Simple English sounds clear, friendly, and natural. 3. Use time-buying expressions. When you need a moment to think during a conversation, use short groups of words to help you keep control without pausing awkwardly. Well, that's a good question. Let me think for a moment. I'm not sure, but I think. If someone asks, would you like to live in another country? You do not need to answer immediately. You can begin by saying, well, that's a good question. I think it depends. Then you can continue, I would like to live in another country for a few years, but I would not want to leave my family forever. The answer is simple, but it sounds complete and natural. Preparing for important situations. You can use this mental rehearsal right before an important event tomorrow, like a doctor's appointment or a job interview. At the doctor, imagine the doctor asks, what seems to be the problem? You can answer, I have had a bad cough for about a week. The doctor asks, do you have a temperature? You reply, I don't think so, but I feel very tired. The doctor asks, are you taking any medicine? You say, yes, I'm taking some cough medicine. They ask, has it helped? You answer, not really. That is why I wanted to see a doctor. At a job interview, imagine the interviewer asks, can you tell me a little about yourself? You can prepare a simple answer. I am an English teacher and I have several years of experience. I enjoy helping learners become more confident. I also enjoy learning new teaching methods. Pro tip, do not try to remember every single word like an actor in a film. Just remember the main idea and a few useful sentences. In a real conversation, your answer might change, and that is completely fine. Level up, changing the scenario. To make your practice dynamic, take the exact same conversation and make one small change to it each time you repeat it. For example, when practicing ordering food in a restaurant. Round 1, I'd like the chicken sandwich, please. Round 2, change the item. I'd like the vegetable soup, please. Round 3, add a detail. I'd like the vegetable soup, please, but can I have it without cream? Round 4, ask a question. Does the soup come with bread? You can even imagine small problems, like the waiter saying, I'm sorry, but we don't have the vegetable soup today. You can pivot and say, in that case, I'll have the chicken sandwich. You can even change the environment or the person's personality. Imagine speaking to a friendly shop assistant. Then imagine speaking to a busy assistant who talks very quickly. Imagine ordering food in a quiet cafe versus a crowded, noisy restaurant. These small mental adjustments prepare you for the unpredictable nature of real life. Moving from mind to mouth. Practicing silently is a great first step, but you must also train your physical mouth muscles. 1. Think it silently. Step 1. Formulate the sentence completely inside your head first. For example, think, I'd like to make an appointment. 2. Whisper it. Step 2. Say the sentence very quietly under your breath. I'd like to make an appointment. 3. Speak it aloud using your normal, confident speaking voice. I'd like to make an appointment. Notice if any words feel physically difficult to say or if you get stuck. 4. Record your voice on your phone and listen to it once. Do not worry about tiny mistakes. Just ask yourself if your meaning was clear and listen for any unusually long pauses. Pick one sentence to say better and record it again. What to say when you forget a word. Natural speakers stop, pause, forget words, and change their sentences all the time. Speaking naturally does not mean speaking perfectly, it just means sharing your ideas. If you forget a word, keep the conversation alive with these phrases. I can't remember the exact word, but it's something you use for, I'm not sure what it is called in English, but let me say that in another way. For example, if you forget the word kettle, you can say, I can't remember the exact word, but it's the thing we use to boil water. The other person will easily jump in and say, do you mean a kettle? Then you answer, yeah, that's the word, thank you. You forgot a word, but the conversation was completely successful. Your daily practice plan. Make this practice a consistent part of your daily life. Just 5 to 10 minutes every single day is enough. In the morning, imagine a short conversation about your plans for the day while brushing your teeth. While walking, imagine asking someone for directions. Before lunch, imagine ordering your food at a counter. In the evening, imagine telling a friend about how your day went. You can even practice the exact same question for several days in a row by changing your answers. If the question is, what did you do yesterday? Day 1, yesterday I stayed at home and finished some work. Day 2, yesterday I met a friend and went out for lunch. Day 3, yesterday was quite busy. I went shopping in the morning, cleaned the house in the afternoon, and answered some emails in the evening. Silent practice cannot completely replace real conversations with real people. You still need to speak to others whenever you get the chance. However, practicing inside your head makes you feel prepared, helps you find words faster, and lowers your anxiety. It is your free, ultimate tool that is available anytime, anywhere. Thank you so much for spending this time with me on Mrs. English Podcast. I'm Lily. Until next time, keep listening, keep practicing, and keep creating small English conversations wherever you go. Every conversation inside your head makes you more ready for the real world. Bye for now.